What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sky Bees. That's right, guys. We are back once again. I haven't really done anything since last episode, but I've been thinking about our setup here, and I did make some changes, as you can kind of see. I have surrounded the hive completely in blocks, so everywhere around it, except for the very front where this poppy is, are blocks. So when we go and harvest the hive, it can only pop the combs out over here on top of the poppy, and I have verified that that is the case, and it seems like it in the small amount of testing that I've done that's the only place those combs will end up. I did go and I looked at another way to automate vanilla beehives involving using a hopper minecart put inside the hive, and you can put a hopper underneath it. I'm not sure if I want to go that method. I don't know if I want to go that crazy with trying to do vanilla ways of automating this, but as far as we can automate it right now, I think this is good enough. Yeah, I don't think we really need to mess with it too much more. So we'll leave that alone. But the only other thing that I would like to do is add more bees. So the tier 1 hives, it says that you can put 4 bees in there. We currently only have 1. So if we have 4 bees in there, that means we can produce honeycombs 4 times faster, right? So I would like to do that. So that means we're gonna have to make at least 1 more of the dolls to spawn in bees, and then we can do some bee breeding potentially, or we could just make 3 more dolls, make 3 more bees, and put them all in there. That's another option that we have. I'm not sure which way we want to go on that. And another thing, the tier 2 beehive, I believe we can make this now. This can hold 6 bees, so we could make 5 more dolls. What's good about this is it says hive time modification minus 10%. I believe that means that the bees will produce honeycombs 10% faster, right? I think. Yeah, I think that's what that means. And it says it can hold up to 8 honeycombs. I'm not sure if that means that we have to wait until there's 8 in there to harvest or not. But anyway, these are all things that we're going to learn as we move on. But to make a tier 2 beehive, we need 4 honeycomb, 4 beeswax, and the tier 1 beehive. Well, we have all of that stuff except for the tier 1 beehive, which is still over here. I kind of feel like I want to wait for it to get honey level and get harvested 1 more time, so we're not wasting the honey level 3 here. I don't know if that really matters, especially if we put a whole bunch more bees in there and it happens that much faster, but I kind of feel like I want to wait on that a little bit. Maybe we should just make another tier 1 hive and then upgrade it. So that was a resourceful bee nest. No, how did we do that before? We made another bee nest. What did it have us do? Let's take a look here one more time. It was the beehive, right? This thing. Okay, so that's not the recipe. What did I click on? I must have clicked twice. So it's 3 honeycomb and then, or I guess we did it this way, the beehive frame, right? So 3 beehive frame and 6 planks to make one of those. Yeah, I think we can just do that. Okay, so that was string and sticks, if I remember correctly. Let's actually... Alright, so the beehive frame, yeah, that just sticks around string. So that is really inexpensive, to be completely honest. We'll just use some of these spruce logs for some extra sticks, I guess. We'll do that, that. Okay, and then I need to get a crafting table like over by our stuff. I still haven't done that yet. We need 3 of these. So there's that, easy. And then we take that plus some more planks. Okay. And then we have to take the beehive nest and then wrap it with grass, right? That was this recipe. Okay. So we need 8 of those. And then we can make our tier 2 hive. So there's our second tier 1 beehive. And now we can upgrade it to a tier 2. Awesome. So there we go. Quest complete, tier 2 beehive. So this will make our 1 bee go 10% faster, I guess. Well, that seems pretty cool to me. So let's close out of here. So the next one's a tier 3 beehive. In order to do this, we are going to need honeycomb blocks and beeswax blocks. So a beeswax block is 9 beeswax, and of course, the honeycomb block is 9 honeycomb. So it doesn't seem that difficult to do, but we're definitely going to want to up our production and our resource gathering and things along those lines. Just out of curiosity, what is a tier 4? Can we even look at this yet? The tier 4, okay, so that's honey blocks, and the honey block It's just honey bottles and then more of the blocks. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. What about the tier 5? Oh, is there not? There is no tier 5. So tier 4 is the highest it goes, and then we start going into apiaries. Okay, we'll worry about that one a little bit later. A lot of cool stuff going on here. I like it. So how are we doing on the honey level? Okay, so as soon as that bee exits the beehive one more time, we should be good. I'm going to wait for that to happen, and then I'm going to try and swap out that hive with a tier 2 beehive and see what we can do. Well, I made a mistake. I broke the hive without smoking it. I didn't realize that's what you needed to do, and the bee just stung me. And I think the bee only has like 30 seconds to live after it does that, right? And then it just like dies. Well, it's not interested in the flower anymore, and it's not interested in its hive anymore, and it's probably just gonna go off into the void. Well, we had a good run. We had a good run, bee. Yep, Godspeed. I thought it was just gonna die off after 30 seconds. Maybe it takes a little bit longer than that. All right, well, I'm just gonna assume the bee is gonna die off. How about we do that? It's still on the mini map, so I guess we'll see it disappear when it goes away for good. It went away. I don't know if it went too far away from it. So anyway, I was just gonna replace the hive like that, but unfortunately I broke the hive and that angered the bee without smoking it. So our hive should be down here. Okay, very good. Is the bee gone for good? Yeah, I don't see it on the mini map, and I don't see it at all out there. Okay, we're just gonna assume the bee died off. Poor bee. We had so many good times together. Okay, so we have the tier 2 beehive. Now we need to get more bees to do something here. So we have to make more, what is it, the bee doll? I can't remember the name of it. Let's go back into X9. Hello, buzzing doll is what it's called. So we need to make at least 2 of those, and then we can breed the bees. How do you breed bees? Do you feed them flowers? I don't remember what I have to look that up. I've never messed with bees before, guys, though this is my first introduction into bees. I haven't touched them in vanilla Minecraft at all. Anyway, so porcelain doll, I think we have extras from before, some glowstone, yellow dye, flowers, beehive frames. I'm going to make these. We'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and I got rid of the poppy that we had in one of these two, and now they're both dandelions. I would like to automate these things and get these into hopping botany pots, so that's something that we should do. I do have enough iron here to do such things, so let's go ahead and do that first of all. So I will grab 2 chests. We have the chest, we have the iron, and we can turn those into hoppers. Hoppers plus the botany pot equals hopping botany pots. So there's our hoppers, and then I'll just go ahead and get those out of there and pick these up like so. Awesome. So we can do this plus this, and there is our hopper botany pot. Now you're thinking with hoppers. Get a hopper botany pot. Sweet. Okay, so what makes that good is we can just put down a chest or 2. Probably want 2 chests here. There we go. Grab this. Where are we at? Okay, so there's that. And now we can throw this somewhere so we can just generate flowers all the time. I guess I'll throw those down here. The reason why we need these, first of all, the buzzing doll requires yellow dye or sulfur dust, but yellow dye is easily obtained from those flowers, right? So let's go ahead and do this. We'll put the botany pots here. We'll put the dirt in here. We will put the dandelions here. And then when they fully grow, yeah, the output gets put into an inventory down below them. And now we don't have to worry about right-clicking those things anymore. I believe you can also use these for trees and stuff, so I'm sure we'll be making many, many, many more of these in the future. But for now, just so we have extra dandelions, I think we're going to do that. Okay, so now that we got that under control, the next thing that I would like to do is I would like to make leads. Yeah, I want to make leads so we can capture bees if they escape, and we can like tie them up and move them around or whatever, right? In order to make a lead though, we have to have slime balls. And slime balls are obtained from slime blocks, or we can do some of this other stuff, but we're not into any of this other stuff. Oh, actually, it looks like a slimy honeycomb makes that. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. So we can automate making slime in the future. Anyway, green slime block is obtained through ex nihilo, right? So witch water plus a mushroom equals a green slime block. Well, I was looking at this. How do you get mushrooms? It's kind of difficult. I want to get a brown mushroom, and we can grow more in a botany pot if we had one. But in order to get one, how do we do it? Well, the only way I know how to get a mushroom is through a mushroom block, or we can go to the nether, but we're not there yet. So brown mushroom block you can obtain from ancient spores put into witch water. So that's pretty cool. And then you break the brown mushroom block and then you get a chance of getting mushrooms. If we had fortune, it'd be a higher chance, but I think I am willing to put a few ancient spores into this and see what happens. It also gives me an opportunity to put more wooden barrels down there. So we have 8 ancient spores. Okay, I'll go ahead and throw these barrels down here. Like so, that's pretty good. And then we can fill up each one of these here with water, get them all turning into witch water so we can do this a little bit more efficiently. Okay, very good. And if I put an ancient spore into here, it immediately turns into a brown mushroom block. So I think the way I'm going to do this, we'll place the block, we'll harvest it, and we get a mushroom, or we don't, we got it first try. Nice. Okay, so now that we have a brown mushroom, again, we put that into witch water to get a slime block, right? That was the order of operation here. Slime block. Let me see. Yeah, so we put the mushroom in there. We can do that. We have a couple options. We can put the mushroom into the botany pot over there and let it automate. Let's actually check up on this real quick. How are we doing? Yeah, look at that. 6 dandelions already. It's putting in work. It is definitely putting in work. So we can do that, or we can plant the brown mushroom on the mycelium and grow it. Although I think we're going to have a space constraint issue. Can I plant it at nighttime on the grass up here? Does it? Yeah, it won't let me do that. So if we place mycelium up here, we could do that. So then we have plenty of room, and then we can break all the mushroom blocks to get more brown mushrooms. Which way do I want to do this? I don't know. I think, let's see. If we put it in the botany pot, do I need specific type of soil? We need nylium, warp nylium, podzol, mycelium. Okay, so we need some kind of mushroom grass in order to do it, and we don't have that. You know what, podzol? We can easily make podzol. In fact, we did that at the start of this series, right? So if I grow like a 2x2 spruce tree in the very corner over here, it'll like turn a whole bunch of this into podzol. And then we should be able to plant that. That would probably be the easiest way to get this going. So let's do that. So there is spruce. It is planted in the very corner over here. Move this torch a little bit. Just go ahead and do the old twerk action. Actually, this torch might be preventing it from growing. Let's do this. Yeah, that was what was going on. Okay, and then I will put my torch back where I want it, right here in this spot. Okay, why is this taking so long to break? What? What? Okay. I thought you had to use vein mine to break an entire tree like that. Apparently there's some mod in this where you can just use your axe on there and it just takes a long time to break the log and it chops the whole tree. That is something I didn't actually know was in the pack. Interesting. Okay, so now we can plant the mushroom and then we need a bone mullet in order for it to grow. Actually, can you just twerk it? Does that work? It might just be able to be twerked. Aha! Okay, so there we go. There's a whole bunch more brown mushroom blocks. So we can harvest that with an axe. If I do that, does it chop the whole mushroom? No. Vein mine? This button. That'll do the stem. Oh yeah, this will make this super easy, huh? And there we go. There's 3 mushrooms. I can do the rest of this and get some more. All right, let me continue on real quick. All right, so I got over a stack of brown mushrooms, and it is now starting to turn daytime. I think you can still plant mushrooms on podzol during the daytime. I don't think the daylight matters, but let's go and grab some red mushrooms just to get that out of the way. In order to make red mushrooms, we have to do the same kind of a thing, make the red mushroom block. So you put a brown mushroom block back in witch water to get the red mushroom block. So if we do this, that, are we gonna get lucky first try this time? Yes, we are. Okay. I don't know if there's something special about the way those blocks are when you harvest it. It always gives you 1 mushroom. Yeah, I don't know. but we got lucky both times we did that. Well, anyway, let's go see if we can plant this during daylight hours and harvest it just the same way. I assume we can. Looks fine, and sweet. More red mushrooms. I like it. So now that we have both red mushrooms and brown mushrooms, we can make slime. So again, just a mushroom into witch water gets us a slime block, which is pretty cool. So let's do that. And you know what? In fact, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this and get rid of like all these extra mushrooms just so we're not taking up more than one inventory spot for those. Okay, so there we go. Here's a whole bunch of slime blocks, and there's a whole bunch of slime balls. Very good. And now we can take those and convert that into leads. Just a little bit of string. Okay, very good. Now that we can get this going, we can move on. Right. So now I have 18 leads. Just trying to get rid of some of the extra slime balls that we had. We have 18 leads and we have 5 of these buzzing dolls, so I can throw that in here and that'll start spawning some bees. Let's not get too crazy. I'll just do like 2 at a time. And it's a lot of smoke particles. There's a bee. Got it. And there's another bee. Got it. Okay, so we have our bees on leads. And I think you can use flowers. I'm not actually sure. I think this is how they breed, but we'll give it a try. Okay, and you over here, make it the baby. It's a babby bee, sweet. Okay, so now I have a family of bees here. We have 3 of them. We should be able to take them up to the hive, I believe. Can the babies go in the hive? I hope so. Come on. Whoa, come on, guys. Oh, is the baby gonna kill itself? Maybe we shouldn't do that downstairs. Don't die, baby bee. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Well, anyway, if I come over here, do they just go into the hive? Or do I have to take them off the lead? Looks like I have to take them off the lead. Okay, I'll take them off the lead. You off the lead, and you off the lead. Looks like they all want in there. Go on. Go on. Okay. This one, just give it a little push. It's fine. It looks like the baby collected pollen and went in the hive too, so that's really good. I'm looking for glass. It's in my inventory. Of course it is. And there we go. So now we got 3 bees all sealed up in there. When you break glass in this pack, you also get these glass shards, which you can turn back into another piece of glass, so it's not as wasteful. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and grab a few more bees, do the same thing that we just did here, and try and get this hive full. Okay, so I learned some things here. You have to have the hive facing the right way, otherwise the bees can't get out, they can get in. So yeah, I was trying to place the hive, the tier 2 beehive, on the dispenser that we have here, and if I right click it, right? If I right click the hive onto the dispenser, I right click the dispenser. So I press shift and place it, but then it faces the hive the wrong way, and I didn't realize this. Yeah, as opposed to just placing it with a right click without shift, it faces the correct way. Aha. So yeah. I've angered the bees, and I think they get unangry after a little while. It looks like they are fine now. No red eyes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have all the bees. So I need to press shift and place it this way for it to be facing the correct way. Aha. All right. So that was a mistake that I did and something that I have now learned. We need to place this block back and then glass there. And then I have to get all these bees back into the hive. This is going to be fun. Okay. Well, hopefully I can do this without too much trouble. What do? Do you right click each individual bee? If I right click this, they're all going to go free, right? Yeah. This is going to be fun. Capture each one of these guys so they don't wander away. Do I have all 6 of them? It looks like I have them. All right. Now I need them to go into here and go into the hive, so I'll let that one free. I think we can only do this one at a time, I think, because it seems like they can't fit in there. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to get them all in there, and I'm going to get this all buttoned up again. Well, now this hive is having a bit more activity, that's for sure. Lots of bees popping in and out at the same time. Lots of bees going collecting pollen, which means we should be collecting our honeycomb a lot faster than what we were doing before, which is good. So if we come down here and we take a look at what's going on at this point, we're up to 18. Oh, 18. Well, that means we must have lost some honeycomb then, huh? Did it go into my inventory? I wonder what happened to it. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I've been kind of like AFK editing the video and stuff like that. Well, that's weird. Where'd the rest of the honeycombs go? Yeah, they must have popped out and then despawned or something, I guess. Well, I thought we had this all set up so all the honeycomb ended up in the very center there where the bees pop out. But it looks like there might still be some issue. I'm not missing a block around this or anything. No. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal with that is because we were getting 5 every time before. Well, okay. This might not be perfect, but we'll make it better in the future once we can get to like an item collector like I've mentioned before. That will collect all the items in like a certain area and we won't have to worry about using hoppers or whatever. So yeah, that'll make this much better. But for right now, we are able to collect a whole bunch of honeycomb at once, which is great. So yeah, every time a bee pops out, the honey level goes up by 1 and we're getting like 5 of them popping out all at the same time. So yeah, next time these guys get done doing what they're doing inside the hive, we should get honeycomb and this is going to be awesome. So there's one, there's another one. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so it is popping out. Even though there's like 2 blocks of airspace here, maybe I need to make that 3 blocks of airspace. Not really sure. I think it's the fact that the honeycomb is bouncing off the other bees that are in here and just kind of wiggling through. Yeah, must be the issue. Well, anyway, we know it works. Kind of. Just gotta be a little careful that we don't delete some of this stuff. But yeah, that seems to be working pretty good. I like it. Alright, so check this out. We were looking earlier at the different tier hives, right? So tier 3. The tier 3 beehive requires some kind of honeycomb block, and we can make honeycomb blocks out of these honeycombs that we are collecting. So if we scroll over, yeah, so it's only 4 honeycomb makes 1 honeycomb block, and the uses for that I saw now makes gravel bees, sand bees, dust bees. So we have the ability now, well, once we get some more honey, we have the ability to start making different types of bees, which is awesome. So yeah, we started with the vanilla bees and then we've upgraded the hives that they are living in. But yeah, we can also upgrade to a tier 3 beehive too. We just need to get some more of the beeswax. And currently, I've changed around the hive or my chest here. I have all my ores on this bottom one, like modded stuff and tools in this one, and then all like the growable stuff in the top chest, and then wood still over here. But anyway, we only have 4 beeswax. We're up to 10 honey bottles, so we need to do a lot of honeycomb processing before we can really get going here. And currently, the only way to do that we have available is doing this method. This will be automatable in the future, but for right now, I have to spam shift right click in order to get that. We need, what, 36 honey or beeswax in order to make the next tier hive? Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to do that or not. We'll probably should look at getting ourselves another type of bee. And so the bee spawn eggs, gravel bee looked like that was probably going to be our next one. And then it looked like there was a sand bee, which is going to be awesome. So sand bees, I assume. Let's take a look. I assume they make sand combs and we can get, let's see, what is this? Tier 3 apiary makes, wait, this makes the honeycomb block directly? I'm confused how this works. Sand bee in a tier 2 makes sand honeycomb. Sand bee in a tier 3. Oh, that's an apiary. Oh, these are all apiaries. Oh, that's interesting. So you can just make the honeycomb blocks themselves, and I assume those go into the combs. Well, anyway, beehive. Yeah, so it makes the sand honeycomb, and the sand honeycomb and a centrifuge can get you sand. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. That's how we get our stuff going forward. But it's going to be a bit of a process before we can get there. Probably should make some more vanilla bees, get some more of these hives up and running and automated, and a whole bunch of honeycomb coming in. And then we should look at getting our mechanical centrifuge upgraded to a non-mechanical one. But guys, we're going to wrap it up here for today. We got ourselves mushrooms. We made ourselves mycelium, or not mycelium, podzol. we discovered that you can chop down a 2x2 tree with an axe without Vein Miner, and it just chops the entire tree. I had no idea that was in this pack. Yeah, and we got ourselves a tier 2 hive with 6 bees in there. So yeah, we're producing stuff way faster. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.